So anyway, it's another storm and we're going fishing. As you can see, it's lumping down, my friend. Right, we're off to Minehead. I'll see you there. Well, that was carnage. So driving down here, I almost hit a stag, and then someone come round the corner, went straight through a massive puddle and went straight through the hedge. He will learn. Anyway, welcome back everyone, and welcome back to Minehead here on the mighty Bristol Channel. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of January. And I've just driven through Storm Henk. Today has been ridiculous. But as I've said to you quite a few times now, if you have a strong southwesterly wind, you can get out of it in Minehead. So here we are, we've got a chance. As you can probably tell, I've got my van here, I've got my shelter here, and my rods here. It's just gone 6 o'clock. High water is 11:15, so we've got plenty of time to catch a fish. So welcome back everyone, welcome back to Storm Henk. As you can tell, the Minehead Mound, the hill is blocking out those 80 miles per hour winds that we've had today. And there we go everyone, that's the introduction. We can have a sleep now. That's quite emotional driving down here. So where I live in Somerset, you have to drive down through Bridgewater and down through to Minehead. I think I've mentioned before, it's probably for me the worst drive in the UK to go fishing. You've got quite a lot of traffic on a single road and it's just absolutely murder. This evening there was rivers and puddles and people crashed everywhere. True story, but we made it, yeah. Anyway, welcome back to my van, and welcome back to Minehead. As I did say in the introduction, we are down here fishing for spur dogs. There has been quite a few around. Some of you may not have ever seen a spur dog before, so if you haven't, hopefully I can get us one. Normally, you get the odd one or two from here in Minehead, maybe a season, well probably a handful. You normally have to travel further down to like Bosington, Porlock, but this year there seems to be quite a few spur dogs up this way. A friend of mine had 4 on the weekend, so I'm not hyping this session up. To be honest, I couldn't really go anywhere else. Chesil Beach is definitely out of bounds again, and probably for the next 3 or 4 days. I can't really get a break on that. So we just have to put up with the fact that I'm going out in the Bristol Channel. But we've got a chance. The further you travel down, like I have now, Minehead Way, we get more species. We've done that before. As you know, if you watch my videos, I go out on the low water mark, get into some small-eyed, some spotted. But tonight, I'm just fishing high water and I need to be up by my van. It could rain, it could get windy, and I don't need to be out over low water. We've got 5 hours till high. My aim is to fish it all the way up to high water and probably 2, maybe 3 hours back to maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. It could be a little bit lonely, it could be a little bit scary, but I'm gonna try my very best to catch us a Minehead great white. All right, it's a spur dog, but they got teeth, they got a spur, and they are a shark. This evening's session, I am fishing for fish, believe it or not, with teeth. So what I've done, I've adapted my rigs to aid me in landing these beautiful fish. As I mentioned already, they're like a smooth hound, but with teeth, and they've got a spur on the back. Hopefully, or I should say, when I catch one later, I can show you. So what I'm going to be using today is fish baits. The spur dogs come in and they chase the whiting. I've not got any fresh whiting, and with the weather like it is, I couldn't get any fresh worms. So this session is out there because we've got a chance, but the wind has been horrendous. We are in the midst of another storm and the bait is impossible to get. So I couldn't get any fresh bait. So tonight is like a triple-edged sword. I'm out of the wind. I can get away with using fish bait. So I've got mackerel and I've got squid. I've got anchovies. I've got whiting that I caught on Chesil Beach. That's been in my freezer. And I've got some pouting. Simple stuff, little bits of fish bait, get it out there in the tide. Hopefully we can get a spur dog. They're like smooth hounds. If you get one, you can normally get more than one. They will bite you off. So what I've had to do today is adapt my normal rig I use. So here you go. I've got my rotten bottom with a 6-ounce grip lead to my splashdown and my rotten bottom clip. We know all about this by now. If not, why not? I show you in every video. I've got my bead to my pulley bead. Oh, the hooks are sharp. It's gone through my net. Oh no. That's not a great start, is it? Should we try that again? Here we go. Anyway, I've got a bead, a pulley bead, a bead to a swivel, to a 150 pound hook length, to a clip, and then I've got a wire trace. As you can see, I've got some 49 strand wire with my magic tubing from Tronics Pro, which I use for my pennels, just to cover the wire. Right, time to get a bait in the water. Well, hopefully. It's my first bait this evening. It's a little bit of squid and a fillet of mackerel. Although spur dogs are sharks and they've got quite big teeth, so they're just like a little taupe really. They're not similar, but they're not too far away. That's the best way to describe them. People who fish a lot say they're nothing like a taupe, but for people who haven't fished, and that may be you, they're just small sharks with teeth and a spur on the back. They've got quite small mouths, so sometimes people come out and they fish with 7 and 8 hooks like you would for a taupe, and what happens is you get loads of little bites, little drop backs, and you think, what's going on? They're like little whiting bites. That could be a spur dog. So for my first bait, get a little bit of squid. I'm just gonna fillet myself a little bit of joey. I've just got to turn the light on a minute. So I'm not using big baits. Nice compact baits. There's definitely a chance of a dogfish this evening, as you know, but that's fishing. So what I'm going to do is get my squid and my mackerel, bind them together on my bait needle, shaping them to a nice shape. Because the temperatures are quite warm, my bait's defrosting really nice. I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're staying safe. I hope you haven't lost your trampoline or your fence panels. It's been honking. As you know, this is a hobby for me, but I love to get out and film for you twice a week. Look at that bait, it's perfect. But this weather's killing me. It's so difficult. So there you go. I've got a squid mackerel wrap. Bait's probably 5 inches long. So what I do is find the heavy end, which is the squid head end. I introduce my hook like normal. Make sure it goes right in the bait. Remember, I've got a wire trace. There you go. Hopefully you can pick this up. It's not the best filming at night, but I've got some decent lights and we're giving it a go. Thank God for my shelter. This evening I'm just using single hooks. So I've just got a single hook pulley. Not a pulley pennel, which I think I said pulley pennel at the start. There's a pulley, but a single hook. And what I do then is put plenty of elastic. As I'm using a wire trace, I've got lots to grip onto. So it shouldn't move at all. And there you go. Let's take the bait needle out. So I don't want to cast that out again. Look at that. Perfect. Just right for a Minehead great white. Doo-doo. Not that other song. Not the baby song. We're not doing that one. But look, I'm going to get this on the rod. I'm going to get it out there. This is my first cast of 2024. Hopefully the weather is nice to us, but I'm definitely going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it my best effort. I'm going to fish for probably 7 or 8 hours, as long as the weather allows. I can see someone's just walked out, so I've got someone else fishing with me. I'm not on my own, but yeah, I'm going to give it my best effort. I'm out the storm. Hopefully it won't rain too much and I can get us in on the action. Thanks again everyone. Thanks for joining me. Wish me luck. Let's do some fishing. So this evening I'm using my competition blackout and my competition performance from Tronics Pro. I'm using my Fathom 15s, spooled up with 26 pound main line with an 80 pound shock leader. I'm not sure if you can pick it up. Hopefully I can show you in a minute, especially at high water, but there's quite a big swell on. Spur Dogs love it when it's rough. They come in at night chasing the whiting, so that's why I'm using fish baits. Someone fishing down there, look. I'm quite surprised it's not heaving, because there's not really many places to get out of the wind. I'm also using a rotten bottom, just in case I hook a fish and it gets tethered up on the bottom. For the sake of a lead, which I can collect in the morning, or next time I come, I'm willing to lose a lead or two to guarantee I get the fish in. I'm not sure how busy the session's going to be. I can guarantee a few dogfish, maybe a ray, but if I'm very lucky, I can catch us our target species. Right, as you can see, it's raining. I've got my first rod in the water. I just had a bite already. So Spur Dogs don't run off like smooth hangs. They give you a super strange bite, more like a whiting bite. I've only got one rod in the water. I was just baiting up the second one. I looked round, it's pulling round. Put that back in the rest. Definitely hurts my foot walking up and down that bank, but we'll be right. So there you go everyone, there's a nice squid and mackerel cocktail on my wire trace, ready for a spur dog. Check that one, still tight. Yeah, they bite like whiting. You can get one about, you know, here tonight if I get one, it's probably going to be between £4 and £8, but sometimes you can get them, you know, £10, £11. They spend the day out in the channel and at night they come in chasing the whiting. Even though I'm fishing the Bristol Channel, where I am, it's still quite clear and it definitely fishes better at night. Unless we have a westerly storm or a northwesterly and it colours it up, you've definitely got more chance of getting a spur dog at night. And there we are. Well, there's a bite on the left hand one. Looks like a doggy bite. As you're quite aware, sometimes you've got to battle through the dogfish to catch your target species. But that's fine. We've got the effort. You wouldn't believe the rest of England's getting battered, but Minehead is fine. I've got a bite on the left one. What I'm going to do, bait up a spare rig. The first one's been out probably a quarter of an hour. I'll bring that one in. Maybe I've got our first fish, or my first fish of 2024. Hopefully it's not a dogfish. We're on the fish. My first fish of 2024 is it's come off. Oh, it's a dogfish. Right, I'm gonna go and sort this out. I don't want to blunt my hook. Right, I've just been slack-lined massively on the one I've just put out. Oh my God, just look round. It's just on the floor. What's this? Oh, I've got a dog. Oh, I broke my lead out, that's what it done. Ooh. Well, there you go. I'm not blanking. My lead come off, so it slack-lined me. My rotten bottom snapped. Oh well. As you can see, it's raining also. But there is my first fish of 2024. The humble dogfish. Right, I'm going to sort this fish out. I'll get him unhooked. I'll get him back, but we're on the fish. Welcome back to Minehead, everyone. Welcome to Storm, whatever it's called, Humble? No, I don't know what it's called. Storm, another one, that's what we're gonna call it. I'll get this fish back, but we're on the fish and we're out fishing. Look, I'm not chasing butterflies. Sometimes I feel like I am. Look, when you fish, hang on, let's start this again. I've got a little tip for you, that's what people say. I'm not saying it's the only way, it's my way. That's what people say on YouTube. I don't say that anymore, I'm well relaxed with you because we're all friends. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, anyway, I'm using a landing net tonight. I've mentioned quite a few times I am going to fish for spur dogs. Spur dogs have teeth and they have a spur. A spur is like on the back of a cock pheasant. That's not a joke, by the way. It's a spur. It's like a bone, a big nail, basically. And if you go to grab a spur dog in the wrong place, the spur will go in your hand and it will hurt. They also have teeth. So at night, when I'm fishing on my own, when I'm fishing for spur dogs, I like to use a net and net them, because the last thing I want to do is have a fish thrashing around on the floor, grab it on the spur or around the mouth and cut myself. So that is why I've got a net, a landing net, when I'm out fishing on my own. If I had a friend, stop laughing, it's easier because you can grab the trace. But these things don't really fight like a smooth hound, but they do thrash around when you get them on the beach, because they don't like it out here. And the last thing you want is a fish thrashing around everywhere where you've got your rod trying to grab it and you get a spur in your hand. There's a lovely swell on the water. It's a shame I can't show you just yet. I will do at high water. Hey. I've been stripped. That's not good. That's bad angling. Ah. That one was left out for 20 minutes. Ah. Darn it. So I need to up my cast now. Doing all right here. It's my first time fishing, you know. Feels like it. Ooh. It's hammering down. Whatever this is, it's weird, acting weird. It's swimming towards me. It might just be a dog. Man. Ah. It's a nightmare when the dogs are slack lining you, you know. Right. Right. Oh, slamming down. And I got a dogfish in the rain. Look, I'll sort this chap out. I'll keep fishing. I'll keep trying. It's raining, but I'm having a good time. Wow. As you can see, the rain is relentless. But I'm fishing. I've had 5 or 6 dogs. We're about two and a bit hours from high water, and now is the time I'd expect the fish to come on. Hopefully the spurs come in and move the dogs off. Well, I'm hoping. It's like a whole new day. The storm has gone for now. I'm just making myself a hot drink in the van. We're about 2 hours before high water, and now is the time where I'd expect to start getting a few fish. The dogfish were relentless at the beginning, but they've gone away. The last couple of casts, I brought in my bait untouched, so we got a chance. I can see these waves are breaking up over the harbour, so it's definitely a little bit swelly. At high water, I'll try and show you, but it's beautiful. Been putting the fish baits out as far as I can now to try and get them out in the tide. We don't really get much tide here on the flood. It all normally comes when the tide turns, and it pushes and pulls for about an hour really hard. That's another good time to catch fish. I know I've told you before, but this area and all the way up through tends to fish better on the ebb tide. And for people who don't know, that's the tide when it's going back out. The flooding tide is the tide when it's coming in. The ebbing tide is the tide when it's going out. It sounds good. I've got another couple of guys up from me as well. The guy next to me is fishing really hard. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Oh well, it's fishing, it's beautiful. This morning, I wouldn't have dreamt I'd be here. The weather has been hard work for filming, but we've got out, we've caught a few fish, and I'm super pleased. Bit of weight. Well, it feels a bit different. Might be a different sort of dogfish. Yep. The water's in now, so I can just live there. And there we are. And just like that, another dogfish. I'm not getting wet, but the wind's changed direction again. It's straight at my face now. I think this has got to be the worst thing about it all at the moment. That you get settled, and then the wind comes from a different direction, then a different direction, then a different direction. Honestly. That rain's coming from all around me. That's alright. I'm dry. It's just not very relaxing, you know, when it's hammering down. Sometimes it's nice to just sit out on the beach. Remember when we used to be able to do that and just sit on the pebbles and watch the rods instead of like being anchored up somewhere, making sure you're not getting soaked. But yeah, it's a bit quiet. I got a feeling the spurs will come, if they're going to come, will come just after high. So we've got nothing to worry about. My baits are untouched again. I got half a mackerel on this one. I've stepped it up a little bit. Oh yeah, nothing. That's alright now. I'm fishing hard. Right. Got my secret bait out. That ain't the secret, and I'm going to tell you. So, that made no sense. Let me get it. Spur Dog bait. Half a painting from Chesil Beach. Free bait. Look at that. Half a pipe. I've got to get one now, haven't I? Come on. I'm just going to plop this out there. Quite a big bait. Took a bit of line and now slackened off. Could just be a dog. Oh, looked like a decent bite. The dogs are coming on strong. What we got? Oh yeah, another doggy. This one took line. It's a nice looking dogfisher. Oh, it's the one I just put out as well. Oh well. He liked the whole squid, that one. Oh. It don't matter. And there you go, bagging up in Minehead. And there you go everyone, bagging up in Minehead. It may be a dogfish, but I'm out fishing the storm. I didn't think I'd be out fishing this morning, and I've managed to find a little bit of shelter here in Minehead. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Everyone else is gone, pretty much, and it's just moi sat in my shelter thinking, I love fishing. No, I do. It's just hard work at the moment. Had a few bites today, nothing wrong with this. Caught plenty of fish, probably had 20 dogfish. Yeah, it's alright. The weather hasn't let up really all evening, so I've done well to be out. It's been safe and it's nice in the shelter. It's just been raining. It's not great for filming. It'd be nice when I can have a session where we can, well, I can get on Chesil and mess around and do some coaching, answer some questions. Try and have a bit of a laugh as much as I can on YouTube. But really, nights like tonight, you're just hankered up in your shelter, putting baits out, getting soaked in the wind and rain, which is still nice. It's good for the soul, as in our soul. That sounded bad. A soul, not as in the fish. But yeah. Anyway, I'm enjoying myself. I'll probably give it another hour and knock it on the head. But if I get any more action, if it gets any more exciting than this, I'll definitely bring you back. Do you think it's possible to run out of rain? How much more rain can we get? That was a joke, by the way. A bit tongue-in-cheek, but how much rain can we actually have? Very peaceful. To be honest, when it stops raining, I'll probably pack up. It'd be nice to pack up without getting completely soaked. Wow, that was emotional. That was good fun. Yeah, I caught loads of fish. As you can see, I've packed up now. The rain is just relentless, so I've had to pack up. I couldn't really do any more filming. It's just hammering down, but look, that's another session. Sorry it's a little bit slow, but I caught loads of fish. We just didn't get that spur dog, which is such a shame, but you can't always go out and pick a fish and catch it. It takes time. It takes hours, and I will be back. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Look after yourself. I'm in the van, the heater's on. I'm gonna make my way home and then maybe give it a miss for a week or two until the weather picks up, but I'm off to Norway soon. We will definitely catch a few fish out there. Good night, everyone. See you soon.